Hi guys, how are you doing? Hope you're doing good, hope you're doing great, and I hope that you're amazing. Today we're going to be speaking about love languages. Very interesting topic. What are they? How do they work? Are they also like linguistical languages, As for me, I'm originally Shona, so that means I am most fluent in that language. And then I'm multilingual, so that means I not only speak Shona, I speak Shona, English, and Ndebele. So, how do love languages work? Because at certain points in times, you can be loving someone and they won't see it as love. Most of the times when we're in relationships, we often give love the way that we want to receive it. So we don't give love to our partners how they want to receive it, but rather how we understand it. We love people in the way that we ourselves want to be loved. And that might not be the way that they want to be loved. There are 5 love languages. Imagine this. There is Xhosa, there is English, there is Afrikaans, there is French, there is Ndebele. Imagine speaking in Ndebele to someone who is Afrikaans. They're not going to understand you. Imagine doing vice versa. They're still not going to understand you. So you might actually be on the same page with the person, but because there is a language barrier, you're not going to be able to get along. It is not because you don't love each other, but that there is this misunderstanding, so to say. Alright, so the first love language is words of affirmation. There are people who love words just for words. And as an author, I can literally tell you that. You know what? I would love a female Shakespeare because I am so good with my words. I want someone else to also reciprocate. And isn't that how we all love? We always say, you know what? If someone really loves you, then they're going to reciprocate. Well, reciprocation does not necessarily mean them doing the same thing with you that you are doing with them. Reciprocation is actually them loving you in the way that they know how to love you. Right? So when they reciprocate, you have loved them in a way that you want to love and be loved. But when they reciprocate love, they will love you in the way that they know how to love. As we say that the first love language is what? Words of affirmation. The second is acts of service. So you can present words of affirmation to someone who sees love as acts of service. And people who see love as acts of service, whenever that you only say things, they don't see it as love because they believe you need to back up the words with some action. Have some action. I heard what you said. I heard that you love me. I heard that you'd go to the moon and back. But I need the act of service. Where are they? Those whose primal love language is acts of service not only want words, but they also want you to what? To prove it. So don't you just think that they want you to cook. They want you to do something for them. But it also has to do with the attitude, because what is it worth if you are going to do an act of service but will be grumpy the whole time? It literally defiles the whole purpose. And then the third love language we're going to speak about is gift receiving. This seems a whole lot materialistic until you really analyze it. Look close to it microscopically and then you understand that no, it is also a love language. Very sorry to the Stingy Main Association, but listen, there are individuals that see appreciation as gift receiving. It is not about how much you spent on the gift, but it is about that you were thinking about them whilst you were away. When you passed by and saw their favorite ice cream, that they came into mind when you did so and you just bought a scoop. And this one is not materialistic. I cannot emphasize that enough. It is not materialistic. It is also a love language. Let us move on to the next. The next love language has to be physical touch. Physical touch. This is not about sex. It is rather about intimacy and closure. Having your partner next to you. A 5-second hug can relieve stress. That's what psychology says. And this is exactly what individuals like that believe. They would rather have you here than have you buy them something and leave. This actually brings us to the next love language, which is quality time. When it comes to quality time, these are people who believe that if you love someone, then you are going to invest not your money, not your possessions, but your time. You can regain everything, but you can never regain time. And simply because of that, when you invest time into them, they feel loved. So, this also is not just about you spending time with them, but it is about you giving them energy. We most of the times really confuse this, because what is it worth if someone is going to be with you, but their mind isn't present? They are sitting right next to you, but they are on their phone. Yes, they are right next to you, but their mind is elsewhere. It is just not worth it. So when we say that I need time with you, we don't actually mean time as in the clock. We don't actually mean spending hours together, but we mean I need to feel your energy. I need that when you are with me, that you really actually be with me. These are the languages that we love in. So keep in mind and try so hard to learn not only your love language, but also your partner's love language, so that you can know how to give love more appropriately to them and how to receive love from them.